Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 27th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there. Hope everybody has a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your weekend forecast, Saturday and Sunday. Also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Tammy as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map you're located across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer. And also take a look at the National Hurricane Center on that little disturbance that has a 30% down, 30% chance of becoming events over the next 7 days. We'll discuss that in today's video as well at the end of this broadcast. So stick around to the entire video and do not miss a beat of this forecast. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button today. Make sure you do it before you leave this video. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and consider subscribing one more time. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got quiet condition pretty much over southeast Canada, southern Canada, southwestern Canada, extending down into Washington State, all the way back into Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, back to Wyoming, through California, Gulf of California as well. Also down into northern and central Mexico, also into New Mexico. Also over here in the Florida region, the Florida Keys, all the way back to Louisiana, all the way through the Carolinas, all the way back into Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C. vicinity, all the way up to New Hampshire, all the way back into Maine as well. Alright, as you can see here, we got some snow falling over southern Canada, also back into southern Minnesota, Iowa, back into Nebraska, South Dakota, back down into Colorado, portion of Utah as well. We have some mixed precipitation down here in portions of the area of Colorado and Utah. Also same over here in portions of New Mexico, Texas, all the way up into Iowa and Wisconsin, also back up toward the Great Lakes region. A little bit of mixed precipitation up here in northern New York State, also in the southeast Canada, back into northern Vermont and New Hampshire as well. We got some shower activity up here around New Brunswick, back into northern Maine, all the way back into Michigan, and a portion of Missouri as well. Shower and thunderstorm activity down there in Texas, also back into Louisiana, all the way back into Arkansas, back in the portion of Ohio, also back up to Pennsylvania, New York as well. Also in the red slashed area, there could be some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in northeastern Texas, all the way in the portion of southern Illinois. And then we're in the kind of the pink burgundy slashed area, there could be some freezing rain and some possible in that region. There's some in the white kind of gray slashed area over here. There could be some heavy snow possible in that region. All of this is for your Saturday. Alright, let's move on to your Sunday forecast. You can see we got pretty much quiet conditions over southeast Canada, southern Canada, southwestern Canada, back into Washington State. Far east is portion of northern Michigan, also Wisconsin, Iowa, back into Nebraska, through California, Gulf of California, much of Mexico as well. Also in the portion of Louisiana, back over to central and northern Florida, through the Carolinas, back up into Virginia. Alright, we got some snow flying over here in portion of Colorado, New Mexico, also in the portion of Kansas. We have some mixed precipitation from North Texas all the way into areas of Michigan and the Great Lakes region. We have some let's see, freezing rain possible in North Texas, back in the portion of Kansas. Also, we had showers extending from North Texas all the way to Illinois, all the way back into southeast Canada, over toward Montreal, Toronto, Canada, even the Great Lakes region, back up toward Maine, New Brunswick, portion of Newfoundland. Also into New Hampshire, New York State. We got showers and thunderstorms extending from Massachusetts back to Rhode Island through West Virginia, all the way back down into Texas, the Gulf of Mexico as well, through portion of Oklahoma, and down here in the Bahamas, also southern Florida, even including the Florida Keys as well. Alrighty, let's see the red slashed area, like I said, from Texas into portions of Kentucky. Like I said, that's some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in that region. Alright, all of this is for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to Tammy. Tammy looks like it's kind of falling apart now. Don't look organized as she did earlier today. Here in Bermuda over here. Y'all did escape Tammy. Tammy did not affect you guys as I thought y'all would. As everybody thought, as I thought and everybody else thought Tammy would affect you. But right now, Tammy might have just brought you some gusty winds. And that's probably about it to the island. Tammy is well off to the northeast of Bermuda, and you can see it's kind of very poorly organized. It's a little bit organized, but not quite as organized as it was earlier this afternoon. afternoon. If you'd like to check out that video as well. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Tropical storm force wind field, just east of Bermuda, all in yellow there. The National Hurricane Center keeps the tropical storm to 2 a.m. Monday. Then by Tuesday afternoon, the depression, and just kind of meanders around over in the eastern tropical Atlantic. If you're tracking Tammy at home, it's located near latitude 32.5 north, longitude 61.4 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 65 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving into the northwest at 3 miles an hour. Classified as tropical storm, winds up 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, take a look at the Spaghetti-O models from the National Hurricane Center model runs. As you can see here, the current position takes it to the east, then it kind of just drops it to the south, then back to the north, just meanders around in the tropical Atlantic to eventually it finally dissipates out there, hopefully sooner or later. Alright, here's the intensity guidance of this system. As you can see, it got 55 knot winds equal to 60 miles per hour. 65 miles per hour, excuse me. Remains a tropical storm, and then about 60 hours out to 72 hours out becomes a tropical depression. And hopefully this will be the end of Tammy. We thought it was yesterday, but Tammy came back to life and still in the tropical Atlantic. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to your watches warning. We got another one at the end of this video, so stick around for it. Alright, you can see we got some coastal rip current statements along the South Carolina coast. Still got those small craft advisory down across the east coast of Florida to the Florida Keys. Also again over here in Southern California back into up toward Oregon and Washington State. We got dense fog advisories down here in areas of Mississippi and Louisiana. We got some flood advisories for Central Texas. Flood watches also posted there too in Oklahoma. We got some freeze warnings in effect for Minnesota, down in Iowa, back into areas of Nebraska and Kansas. Winter weather advisory, excuse me, for portion of Iowa, back into southeast South Dakota through Kansas, Nebraska, and eastern Colorado. We have winter storm warnings also in effect for Colorado. Special weather statements for maybe some freezing drizzle or light freezing rain for portions of North Texas, also into portions of New Mexico. We got freeze warnings also in effect for you guys in Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. Frost advisory there as well. We have wind advisory, some red flag warnings in effect for portions of California, Nevada, as well. Wind advisory, high wind warnings in effect for Southern California. Also red flag warnings and wind advisory for Northern California as well. The Hawaiian Chain Island looks a-okay, except we got that coastal flood statement for the North Chain Island there. Still got a small craft advisory around coastal areas and special weather statement for the southwestern and western portions of Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center. As you can see here, we got some general thunderstorm from up here near Michigan, back down in Texas. There's that marginal risk. We do not have any severe weather today, so all that's good news. We may have a few severe thunderstorm warnings pop up here and there, but nothing much to write home about today. Got some general thunderstorm. Alright, there's the general thunderstorm. Alright, watches under effect, MDS. See no storm reports received at this time. Fire weather, no areas of fire weather, so we're a-okay in that department. Alright, let's move on to the National Hurricane Center. Alright, you can see here is Tammy up here. This is east of Bermuda. East-northeast of Bermuda. Here's that little system down here that could become vent later on as it heads toward Jamaica and Cuba and the Bahamas. Alright, the Western Caribbean Sea, a broad area of low pressure has formed over the southwestern Caribbean Sea. Environmental conditions support some slow development of the system during the next several days. while it generally moves northward. Formation chance through 48 hours is low, near 10%. Formation chance through 7 days, low, 30%. Alright, well that's your tropical update. We'll continue to monitor both of these systems here, Tammy and the system down in the Gulf of the Caribbean Sea. As we get more detail on it, I'll be glad to pass on more information to you. So hopefully we will get a chance to evaluate that system in the Caribbean Sea and see if it becomes tropical storm Vince later on down the road, or either maybe tropical depression number 22. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care.